Hey everybody, my name is Tristan, and today I'm going to showcase to you the Pediment MVP demo. This is simply a terminal-based stablecoin minting application from the terminal. Now, what even is this? Like I said, this is a command line tool for banks to do the following. They'll be able to manage KYC approved addresses in a whitelist database. They can mint stablecoins with compliance checks. They can remove addresses when needed and track all operations in a separate database for auditors. Like I said, this is a full audit trail for regulators. So what am I showcasing in this video? We're going to set up the database on my local machine. We're going to then start up the server with wallet initialization, add addresses to this whitelist. We're going to then mint tokens to the approved addresses. We're going to show validation, then remove the addresses from the whitelist, view the database audit trails, and then shut down the server. That's it. Let's go ahead and get started. So first, I'm going to start up our server, like I said earlier. To do that, we're going to do make install and do make dev. This is going to allow us to run a server in the background on our machine. Awesome. So now on a separate terminal, we're going to start with our first command. Now bear with me, I know it looks a little scary, but let's walk through it. So Pediment is the name of our application. We're going to use the whitelist database. We're going to add to the whitelist database this address, and this address has the following data. It has the name of First National Bank, the type of entry is a business, and their KYC status is approved. Awesome. Let's go ahead and run that. Sweet. They're added to the database. And we can verify that they're added to the database using this command. Sweet. It's this address with the First National Bank, and they are approved, and their limit is 10,000 CUSD daily. So now let's go ahead and mint some tokens to the address from our whitelist database. But what happens if I mint tokens to an unapproved address? I'm going to confirm that. It failed. That's good. The reason for that is because this address is not inside our whitelist database. Good. So now let's go ahead and mint tokens to a whitelisted address. Yes. Awesome. So now we've minted with our hash. We know where the block is, the amount, and recipient. Sweet, so that worked perfectly. Now let's go ahead and verify that this actually happened, this transaction. Sweet. Now, mind you, this actually fetched the real DevNet blockchain. This is not mock data, this is real DevNet blockchain. Let's go ahead and do this again with another bank. So copy, paste. Like I said, this is the address from earlier that we tried to add, but we couldn't because we weren't whitelisted. So let's go ahead and add them this time. So we're using Pediment to access our whitelist database to add this address with the following data. It's Community Credit Union, they're a business, and they are approved this time. They learned their lesson. Sweet. So now let's go ahead and see in our database every single whitelist address. Cool. So now not only is our first address that we made earlier in here, but now we have our new address in here with the Community Credit Union. And they are approved with the 10,000 limit, and this is their address associated with their bank. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and mint again to this new bank. So let's go ahead and copy our paste our command. So we're using our Pediment to mint to this address, right? With the amount of 7,500. Yes, I confirm this. Awesome. Again, this is really on the blockchain on DevNet, and it's really happened. Okay, so now let's assume that this bank, this one right here, did something bad and they're not compliant anymore. So now I have to remove them from my database in order to stay compliant myself. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this bank from my database. Awesome. So now, if we fetch our database, we see that the address from earlier is now removed. The reason for that is because they weren't compliant, therefore I had to remove them due to the law. And like I said earlier, everything that we've done with each bank has been logged in a separate database that has to be audited and compliant with the law. So let's go ahead and see the database. Let me zoom out. So this database tracks that we minted to this address as well as this address. And that's it, that's the whole demo. So what did we do exactly? Well, we set up a database on our local machine. We then initialized with a wallet setup. We then added, listed, and removed banks from our database. We were compliant and saw that we have compliant audit trails for the law. We then minted tokens with yes or no prompts to those banks. And then we have a balance sheet checking with the output so it's easy to read. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate your time, and I hope to hear from you soon. Have a good day.